Welcome to another hot topic on He Say, She Say with your girl, CoCo J.
And your boy, man, the Hood, Howard Stern, holding it down from the 6 mile to the mile high, man. We definitely in the building. I'm excited.
Right.
6 miles to the mile high. Yeah, 6 miles to the mile high. Shout out to 6 mile, you know what I'm saying, 6 mile down. But anyway, it's a good time to be in here. It's Friday. All right, so as CoCo J said, happy Friday. Give it to me, baby. Always get me hype. Shout out to my man Rick James. Rest in peace, my guy. But it's Social Media Friday, okay? So if you got social media, make sure you hit us up on Instagram and on Twitter. So hit up my girl. Hey, it's CoCo J. And, of course, myself at Hood Howard Stern. It's going to be at Twitter and on Instagram. And make sure that you check out our replay on our Partners Network. All right, it's www.NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. All right, check us out on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But right now, we live. And it's been 7 days. So, CoCo J, what's popping? What's going down?
What's popping?
That much, huh? You got to think about it.
Actually, not that much. The same old thing, really.
Okay. Well, so what? Let's get excited about the same old thing.
I know, right. So, doing a Zumba thing, Zumba classes, working on the nonprofit, building the Philly nonprofit, me and my cousin Colette, and, and the kids, of course. Me and the kids, school thing. So, same thing. It's becoming, I have to say that I'm finally, with the nonprofit organization, we bringing life to it, trying to bring life to it. So I'm excited about that, about what we're trying to do about with it and stuff.
For sure.
So just be looking out for it, because it's coming soon as far as with the events and the website and all of that. So I'm excited about that. Doing the Zumba classes on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So if you want more information regarding the Zumba classes, you can go to the website, NicoleJackson.zumba.com. But other than that, that's about it. My son, Jordan, my youngest baby, he got his report card today.
Uh-oh.
Yes, he got all A's and 1 B, so I'm proud of him. Fourth grade.
Up, man.
Right, 4th grade in the honors class, so he beat. But you know what, lately I've been noticing, in the past month or so, I've been noticing that he be stressing. And I don't think he know he be stressing, but he be stressing. Like when he can't get
school?
about school,
okay.
For example, if he get homework and he can't remember how to do a certain problem, it's like a math problem or something. He be stressing, dude. I'm like, and at first I would just observe him, like, and just thinking to myself, like, this dude is really stressing. Like, is it that much, stress on you? And then I had to have a talk with him, like, I know you, it can become a little frustrating when you can't figure out a problem or you forgot how to do it or whatever. But I'm like, you just have to take your time, and minus the frustration. Take your time. I say, and I can help you. But what the funny part is, I think he don't know. He think that I don't know anything.
Well, I mean, that's what kids think. And that's not just about schoolwork. That's about life.
Right.
They thought you just got here and shit.
Exactly. And that's so funny. Like, I'm trying, if I see him getting frustrated with something, his homework, and I say I can help you, he was like, he been using this saying now. No, I'm straight, mama. That's his thing now. I'm saying I'm straight, mama. I'm straight. Right. I'm like, I can help you. So it's just funny. Like, Jordan, I know how to do this. I can help you. No, I'm okay, mama. Like, really? Okay. You the one frustrated. Then when he does say, okay, mama, you know, you can help me. So when I'm in the middle of my sentences of explaining him, he cut me off right away. Like, okay, I know how to do it. Well, if you know how to do it, then what you mean? Why did you come to me and say, Mom, I need help? Like,
right,
it's just funny.
Man. Yeah,
it's just funny. But yeah, he got all A's and 1 B. Ryan, he doesn't get his report card till next week. So I'm anxious to see, you know, it's his first report card marking as a 9th grader. So I'm anxious. I kind of have an idea because I be on Parent Connect every day, keeping up with his grades. And so I kind of have an idea. Right. So, other than that, you know, chilling. That's the word I like to use.
Yeah, chilling. For
sure. Chilling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But, no, go ahead. What was you about to say?
Nothing. What's up?
Oh, nothing. Hey, nothing really going on with me, man. Like you said, it's kind of the same old same, but a little twist of differentness. You know what I'm saying? All different. It's not even a word, but I'm going to make it a word today.
I know,
because I can do that. And you know why? Because it's Friday and we just got done playing Rick James. And I can do whatever I want to because Rick James did whatever he wanted to. So I'm going to do whatever I want to. Shout out again to my man Rick James, man. Rest in peace. But look.
Right.
Same thing, man. Just working on some creative projects. As always, don't forget you can check out my latest project, Late Into the Evening, which is a book or a letter written to my mom who passed away a few months ago. Make sure you check that out and other titles that I have to offer at www.flipside-inc.com because in the meantime, I sometimes write books. But outside of that, man, just doing the radio show thing, just trying to grind, you know what I'm saying? It's 86 degrees in Denver, Colorado, so shout out to people in Michigan if it's cold. It's 86 degrees here. I'm just saying, I was just letting y'all know it's 86 degrees. It's 86 degrees. But
that's good to know.
Yeah, for sure. A little bit excited though, you know what I'm saying? I know it's a relationship show, but I gotta say it, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Chicago Cubs. It's a wonderful storyline, 108 years since the last time they had a championship, but to be honest, I'm just really excited because they whooped on Cleveland because Cleveland always whooping on the Tigers. So I'm just excited for that. It's like we went and got our big brothers and they came and beat up our bully or whatever. So shout out to Chicago Cubs, man. And look, people in Chicago, man, I know it's real in Chicago, man. There's some real Cubs fans. I know they probably out there tearing up stuff right now. So hopefully y'all celebrate safely and everybody make it home safely and enjoy the championship. Everybody, you know, live through this moment because I know there's a lot of stuff going on in Chicago. And then when people, that's like a real sports town. And the reason I say that is because when you got a team that ain't won a championship in 108 years, but you still have like sellout crowds every year, then those are dedicated fans. You know, they crazy as us. They crazy as Lions fans. You know what I'm saying? So I know what it is to be a pitiful, crazy fan because that's what we are. So shout out to them, man. So make sure y'all make it home safely. But outside of that, man, I'm not nothing else really going on. Getting ready for, of course, I know we ain't gonna talk a lot about it because it's not your thing, but we're getting ready for the election on Tuesday. So make sure y'all get y'all souls to the poll.
That's Tuesday? I thought it was Monday.
No, Tuesday. Election day always on Tuesday.
The 8th? So that's not the 8th. When is the
8th? Hopefully it's Tuesday.
Oh.
Hopefully it's Tuesday. I don't know. Hopefully it's Tuesday. But yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know the science behind it, but election day is always on Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know why that is.
I don't know why I'm thinking. Yeah, I had it. Yeah, my fault. I had it mixed up for Monday, and I told Ryan he don't have school Monday because they don't have school the day of election.
Oh yeah, it's Tuesday, so too bad he don't have a 3-day weekend. So make sure you know now.
I know, right? I gotta.
Make sure you know now. Yeah.
I have to definitely bust his bubble.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like a 2-day like dinner intermission kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? For school. So be aware though that because you told him that on Monday, he go definitely try not to go to school Monday.
Oh, I already know. Right. But it's not happening, so.
Yeah. All right, well, that's Tuesday. So I'm just saying, get your souls to the poll. All right, get your souls to the poll. I'm saying that this year. All right, if you check me on my show yesterday on eblockradio.com, if you checked out my show yesterday, I do talk out of the side of my neck sometimes, and it's okay. But this is something that I'm really thinking about. We got 4 years to think about this. We got 4 years to put in the progress. But I'm just saying, possibly. Since they trying to intimidate us from voting anyway on Tuesday, which, by the way, you know, I sent in an absentee vote, which was weird because I just thought that was for old people. So it was kind of weird mailing it in. But shout out to the absentee voting system. But next time, what if we just try not voting? Now, I know a lot of people probably looking at me like what is he saying? Like my grandma and my granddad probably turn over in their graves, right? But what if we just don't vote and then we just we really get our organization together and put our money in the lobbyists and just start paying off some of these politicians? Because this is how it works anyway. So we need to just start lining these politicians' pockets and just get voting, because it's a waste of time, to be honest. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah, like you said, your grandparents is turning in their grave.
Probably so, but this is still the same effort though. So instead of aimlessly putting in, you know, whatever putts decide that he's gonna run for president, then we just take whoever they got and make sure we pay them to do what we want them to do. Like, what's the difference?
Can you do both? Like,
probably not.
And still do that?
Probably not.
Why not?
Because that's not really what make politics go around. Like, why even waste the time of voting and getting into politics when it ain't really about that? Like, the lobbyists are the ones who get everything done. Who you got in there don't even make a difference. I mean, to be honest, because all they doing is they just a face of the system. The system don't change. So the only way you can change the system is lobbying against it. How you think all these gay rights and everything and stuff passed? It ain't because of who they voting in there. It's because they putting their money together and they got lobbyists who pension these politicians to make the laws that they need them to make. That was it. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So we gonna get off of that. But everybody get to the polls this year because we ain't quite got it figured out. But in the next term, I don't know. I think we really need to consider that because they don't want us to vote anyway. So how about we just not give them the vote? No, I'm just saying. And then we figure out a way to come together and organize our own thing to get our money together and put pressure on the politicians to do what we want them to do, no matter who it is that's in there. See how that works? Just saying. So anyway, it's a relationship show. So we are back to relationships.
Yeah, you hear me. I'm quiet as a mouse. So
and it's all good. I respect it. I respect that. I respect that. All right. So anyway, we done with that. So let's moving right along. Also, don't forget, man, that you can catch it's kind of not a new show, but a show that has recently returned. So it's back for a third time, I think it is. I don't know. It's been on and off for a few times. So we got a sports talk radio show on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Beyond the Bleachers, hosted by Jay Lou and Hugh. You can check that out on eblockradio.com every Wednesday, 7 until 9 p.m. So we done with that. And before we jump off into our real topic, you know what I'm saying, I did want to just, do something a little light here. I wanted to get your input on some things. So I want to know, what are your top 3 romantic places for a date? Now, it don't have to be a first date. It can be, maybe you've been together for a while, maybe you've been married, you know what I'm saying? But just what would be the top 3 romantic places for a date?
Well, me personally, one of those top 3 is walk, like near some water, or taking a walk along a beach or some kind of where water is calming, where it's calming, and you just talk and get to know one another. Or you can still, even if you're married, I mean, basically, when you're married, you're getting to know one another, right? So I'm just saying, just you know, the flow is better, I believe. So that's romantic to me. When you just go to the park, take a walk or something.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your number one. Okay.
That's my number one. Second, I would have to say, when a home cooked meal with like a candlelight dinner or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's very romantic with me when a man cook for you.
Okay. What if he set up the candles and you do the cooking? But it's kind of like
it's even more romantic when we both do the cooking. We can both do the cooking or whatever. So that's romantic when you can come in the kitchen and cook with one another, cook the meal together. Yeah. The third one I would have to say, I don't know. I'm simple. What was my third one? Romantic. Chilling, watching a movie at home.
You're right. So Netflix and chill. Netflix and chill. Okay.
I hate that term. I hate that saying. So I'm not even gonna say that.
Wow, it's nothing different from us saying making a blockbuster night. It's no different.
I mean, just go home and just be at home and just chill. Yeah, just chill, playing a game or watching a movie with a little, drink or whatever. And I don't know, is that the same thing as a candlelight dinner?
Well, no, it don't include cooking. So I guess that was part of it. It's the same. Yeah. It is the same place though. So I did say romantic places. So it is still the same place.
That is the place.
Right, I'm saying it's the same place.
Okay, so.
I mean, just if you want to be technical,
Yeah. So since you want to be technical, I don't know. Go. I mean, couples. I would want to have fun. I like to have fun. So, go to an arcade or something to play games or stuff like that. I mean, just fun. Oh, okay. I think that can be romantic if both of you enjoy and you like to add fun to your date or to your relationship or to your marriage. So that can be romantic.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be my top three.
All right, top three right there. All right, so the walking on the beach is number one, obviously. I guess you want to be by the water. I guess. Okay. Mm-hmm. I can dig that. All right, so yeah, those are some pretty nice choices right there. I have to say that honestly, I thought of some things, but to be quite honest, walking on the beach wasn't one of them. I guess maybe because I've never done it, or maybe because I mean, it don't necessarily have to be a beach, like literally a beach, but okay.
Walking, just walking in a park or something like that.
Like on a river walk or something. That's right next door.
I mean, it'd be nice if it is by some water, but if it's not in a park will do or something like that. A pond.
A pond. Okay. I can dig that. All right. So my top three, man, was obviously I think that I can't say that it's the number one, but I have to steal one and say that the home cooked meal, like just the kind of romantic, just me and you type of deal with a couple drinks and we fucking around. Oh, I'm sorry, messing around in the kitchen and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like just adding to the playfulness of the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like because I'm not really cooking, but I guess I'm kind of contributing by like putting the bread in the microwave or something. So
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I just used that as an example. I wasn't sure, so I just tried that.
You won't be in the kitchen with me, buddy.
Don't strike it down. Well, who gonna pour the wine then if I'm not in the kitchen? That's where the wine get poured at. But anyway, so yeah, I think that's probably one of the places there. So just kind of the at home thing, and the reason why it could actually be my number one, and the reason why that is because even though it's romantic to go out and do all that stuff, is a more relaxed setting to actually be at home and to be able to enjoy each other without having to leave wherever you at.
Right.
So I think that's why that's important. Now, oddly enough, a place that I haven't been like, you know, a lot of times in my life, and I've never been on a date here. But I think that going to a museum, which I know this is probably weird coming from me, but I think going to a museum or some type of, like, maybe even an art exhibition or something like that is something that I would think is romantic as well. And the reason being is because at that point you get to share some type of, like, intellectual, you know, some kind of intellectual bond, which obviously, I mean, you do that periodically through your relationship and everything, but I think this is one of those ones that's kind of romantic because it's romantic even though it doesn't have anything to do with you know, like maybe a physical or sexual thing, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of intellectual mind play kind of thing. So I think that's romantic. I've never actually done it, and I've probably only been to a museum like twice in my life. So this is just something I'm guessing I think is romantic. So I would put that as my number 2. Number 3, for me, I think is anywhere. Well, I guess I'm comfortable saying anywhere, but anywhere where we can sit back and listen to, you know, like some jazz music or something like that. So whether that be outside, like jazz at the park or something, or, you know, at a place like Burt's down Marketplace. If you're from the Detroit area, I'm talking, it's a little jazz joint downtown Detroit. So, you know, something like that. Anywhere where it's a smaller kind of intimate setting where you can still enjoy the company of others, but without being overwhelmed by it being like a huge crowd, and then be able to, like, listen to live music. For some reason, live music it sets the mood for romance in my eyes.
It all depends on what kind of live music it is.
I'm talking about jazz, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about rap. Like, I ain't going to the T.I. concert talking about, baby, it's romantic, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? Going to the Disney concert, like, hey, it's romantic, baby. Anyway, so yeah, that was my top 3 right there. So.
Oh, okay. So definitely. So you said you are assuming. So this is not something that you would want to do. I mean, one thing you. No,
I said assuming about the museum only because I've never done it, but I feel like that would be romantic. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's what I meant by assuming. Yeah.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah. So, because then the only scary thing is that, you know what I'm saying, during, you know, whatever kind of exhibition it is or whatever kind of museum it is, you know, I run the risk of you finding out how stupid I actually am. So that's a risk. That's a risk, though. That's a risk that I'm willing to take, though. Like, you know, this dude say he got an education, but now I'm not too certain. I don't know.
When it comes to art, though, you don't really need you learn, and we both learning about the art piece. So that would be something interesting and new to both of us. So that's something that's something you need to work on when you come home.
Yeah, all right, definitely. That's why I put it out there. So, because I know you gonna hold me to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, so enough about museums. So look, also too, I do want to make sure that for the people that's listening in right now, whether you're listening right now live or if you're listening to the replay on www.NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com, this is what we want you to do, man. We're going to discuss like a couple of things before we jump off into our topic every week. So if you got some things that you want to just throw out to us, you know what I'm saying, something you want to hear covered at the beginning of the show, make sure you check out our Facebook page. It's www.facebook.com/he say, she say, or you can hit up myself, Hood Howard Stern, or CoCo J, also on the Facebook page. Just type that in and it'll pop right up for you. So you can leave your comments there or even in the invite, because I invite 1 million people every week. So if you get invited and you have something that you want to share on air, I will definitely shout you out and read what your post on air, and then we'll make a comment on it as well. So make sure you check us out there every week. It's time to jump off into the actual topic, though. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and then we go take a commercial break. All right. So if you've been following us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, then you gotta know what we're talking about today, man. I want to know, or we want to know rather, does it cause conflict when the man makes less money than his woman? All right, so we want to know, like, if the woman's the breadwinner, if the woman's the breadwinner, is it gonna be a problem in that household? I know a lot of dudes say, no, of course not. I love for that to happen, but in real life, we kind of not really set up that way. So we're going to check it out, man. We're going to see what y'all think. If you're on eblockradio.com or on the mobile app, make sure you hit us up, 760-283-4647. We'll be back in a couple minutes, man, so make sure you hit us up. Does it cause conflict when a man makes less money than his woman? All right, so we want to know in a couple minutes. It's your boy.
Are you ready to dance, sweat, and have some fun? Well, don't talk about it, let's do about it. Please join myself, CoCo J, and you to Fitness Club on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5:45 to 6:45, and on Saturday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The location is at 16915 Illinois Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. For more information, please reach me at 313-459-1747, or you may reach me at my website at NicoleJackson.zumba.com. I'll see y'all there. Let's dance into fitness.
Yo, it's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern Q Lewis, producer of the Live Cloud radio show on the planet, straight from the E Block Radio. Here to let you know that you can represent the radio show and your side of town with our very own t-shirt line, Pardon My East Side. You can get yours.
Wow, Hood Howard Stern, what's up with Pardon My West Side?
Oh, slow down, Miss CoCo J. Of course, we got the West Side covered too, so you can get Pardon My East Side or Pardon My West Side t-shirts. Only thing you got to do is go to the website, www.eblockradio.com, and get yours today. $20 for the fellas, $15 for the ladies. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well, Pardon My East Side.
Witness the Black Tie Experience. Black Tie Photography, servicing all of Metro Atlanta area. My name is Cedric Pitts, your photographer. Check out our website at www.blacktiepictures.com or like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Black Tie Pictures. Let me capture your professionalism in class, and you will have the ultimate black tie experience.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to He Say, She Say with your girl CoCo J and Hood Howard Stern.
Yes, man, we definitely back in the building, man. Welcome y'all back to another exciting episode of He Say, She Say, man. We out here trying to figure out what's going on with these relationships, man. So if you're just now checking us out, you gotta know what we're talking about this evening, though, all right? We're talking about that money, that almighty dollar, that almighty dollar. Does it cause conflict when the man makes less money than his woman? That's what we want to know. Hit us up, 760-283-4647, and hit that number one key, man, and holler at your boy. But CoCo J, you making all the bread. My man at the crib, you know what I'm saying, playing 2K17. What does it cause a conflict, man?
Well, if he's at home just playing 2K17, and of course it's definitely going to cause conflict. Now if he is working but still makes less than me, I mean that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think conflict when it's that type of situation to where both are working, you just so happen to make more than your man. It just has to be some type of understanding. Now, if this is something that happened when y'all first started dating, and you knew that he made less than you, and he is aware that you make more than him. I mean, it's just something that you just. I don't know. I want to use the word compromise, or you just okay. you are that dude is okay with it, basically. Right. Now, if it's the case to where, at once upon a time the dude made more than his woman or wife,
And then
something happened with the company, or he got laid off and he's not working at all, or he had to find another job that paid less. Then he might. I think the dude may feel some kind of way for a minute, or just within I don't know for how long he may feel some type of way because he has been the breadwinner for so long, so he may. Sometimes he may feel less than a man because that's sometimes being a breadwinner makes you feel like the man of the house, the man period, a man period.
Yeah.
So he may feel some type of way, but I think as long as there is you two communicate about the situation, and you both agree, this is just what it is. And if he's not working, he's currently trying to find a job, then if he's contributing to, doing what he needs to do while you're at work, and he do what he needs to do at home, if if there's children involved, then that's fine. I mean, you just have to both.
Daddy daycare, I did that.
You call it what you want, but as long as you two come together and there's an understanding, and y'all communicate it, then I don't think it can cause conflict. But if it's not communicated, and if that man is feeling some type of way now because he's not making what he used to make, and he see you doing your thing out here, and you kind of, you trying to do your thing, but it's kind of slow for you right now. You can't be. The dude shouldn't be. You shouldn't be bitter about it because this is still your woman. She's making it happen. So whoever the breadwinner is, as long as you two are both on the same page, it won't cause conflict. That's how I look at it.
That's how you look at it. So I think the problem is what happens is with some dudes, in some relationships. I think that a lot of times it's a control thing. I think that a dude feel like if he can't control the financial situation, you know what I'm saying, and his woman taking care of all the finances, then he feel like he losing some kind of control in that relationship. And unfortunately, not all women, but unfortunately, some women really do take advantage of that. And like I don't know if you've seen it happen before, but you've heard stories, I'm sure, where some women are per se the breadwinner. And they treat their man as such, and I think that's the problem. Like people think about that, and then or dudes think about that, and then it's like it's a scary feeling. Like all of a sudden now it's like, damn, what I'm gonna do? Like you start losing your testosterone, so to speak.
Yeah, and you know what? That is true. Unfortunately, in some cases, but as a woman, though, I don't. And me personally, I'm only speak for myself. I'm not for every woman out there, but for me personally, if I am the breadwinner, if I am making more money than my man, I still want him to have the upper hand in our relationship in some kind of way. And it don't necessarily have to be just on a financial thing. Just because I'm bringing it in, he's bringing less than I am in the household. I'm still looking at him like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still looking for him, like to put in to have his input on whatever, because I believe that's what a man is supposed to do, should do, want to do. Although he's not the one that's making the most money, but especially when you're in a marriage, you're partners when you're in a marriage or on your way to marriage. It become a partner thing. So, and with that situation, it doesn't matter who makes it doesn't matter who makes more money, whether it's the woman or the husband, because at that point, y'all two doing this together.
That's true.
So y'all should the husband. You should give the husband the lead still, although the woman might be the breadwinner. I was gonna say bread lender.
You want yours back, huh? You want yours back. Like, I got you right now, but I'm gonna need that back, homie. All right, I'm gonna need that back. Dang.
But whatever. But like I said, I think most men, that is their cape. Like they put that's their Superman cape right there, because they the breadwinner of the household, and they want to be that, the financial provider for their family, for their, for their woman, for their household, for their kids, and all. They want to be all that. And sometimes it just don't happen that way. And the woman has to understand that as well, and try to be like, baby, we in it together, blah, blah. Especially, like I stated earlier, especially if it's a situation to where the man lost his job, got laid off, and he's currently looking for something else. So you definitely have to have one another's back when it comes to that situation. But if you dating somebody, and this dude that you dating on don't have a job at all, ain't trying to look for no job, just trying to see what you can do for him because you make a lot of money, then that's a whole different conversation right there. That's like you is what you call a sugar mama, basically.
A sugar mama.
Sugar mama. She'll be a sugar mama. And that's
it's the truth. A lot of that happens, and just to not to make light of any situation, but I mean that happens more often when you got dudes who like getting released from prison. Like, not to put them in a box, but a lot of dudes get home from jail and it's tough. They can't get no job, whatever, and then they end up being with a woman who basically taking care of them. You know what I'm saying? And some women that you probably not gonna agree with me on this, and most women listening probably won't agree, but it's a lot of women, I think probably more than y'all would ever admit. There's a lot of women who that's their thing. Like, I guess they've been either so independent or been taking care of so many dudes that that's their thing. Like, they kind of like to deal with dudes where they in the kind of in the forefront of things, and that may be a control thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not certain, but it's some women who they say little stuff like they complaining about it, but they cool with their ex-convict boyfriend sitting on the couch playing 2K17 while they work two jobs. He don't necessarily have to be an ex-convict. Well, I'll just use that as an example. Shout out to convicts in 2K17. They go hand in hand. But anyway, go ahead. It can just be a woman who wants to present herself to this guy as if she got this. And baby, we good. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like you said, it's a lot of that going on, and I don't know if I wouldn't even put them in a category of them being independent women by doing that. To me, that's just not. That's you're not letting this so-called man that you're with. You're not letting him be a man in this relationship because you don't want to be, and so you kind of pacifying him now, you know what I'm saying? Or he's just sorry, basically, and you're dealing with it because you're doing everything. What's the point of being in a damn relationship? Because the relationship is when you come together and you work this shit out together. You do this shit together. Now, like I stated earlier, once again, if that dude get put in a situation to where he lost his job, okay, he's struggling right now, baby, I got your back. Because you had me when you did have it. So I got you, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's different. But for a person that just don't want to do nothing, they trying to do nothing, and the woman is okay with it to where she's paying all the bills, buying the clothes that he wear on his back, the shoes on his feet, even taking care of his kids. That's not her. Hey, and there's women out there though. And there's women out there that's doing it. And I will never understand as to why they feel that that's their responsibility, because as a woman, I think it's a control thing. But the funny part is they not really controlling them, because he's still gonna do what he's gonna do. Well, he's still gonna control. He's still gonna go out there and look for another sugar mama. He wants 2 or 3 sugar mamas. You know what I'm saying? Is that what it is? She just one of the persons, one of the homes that he can run to when the other sugar mama done caught on to his bullshit. I'm just saying. Unfortunately. But like you said, it's some women out there, unfortunately, and hopefully they catch on to it, and then it might just be to where they need to feel secure. That's how they feel secure within themselves. Because they thinking this dude he ain't going nowhere because I'm doing all this for him. Ain't no other female gonna do this for him like I'm doing for him. I mean, they had that kind of mindset, unfortunately. So yeah, I guess so. Now just to kind of flip it a little bit. If you, as a woman though, like for the ones who not, for the ones who not out there like that, then once you decide that it's an issue, like what do you do? Like as a woman, you taking care of dude because let's say that really happened. Like the dude lost his job or something, fell on hard times. And some people, some men just, they break easy. So like, what if this was their breaking point and now they just fell off? They like the ultimate fall off now. Like, how do you even exit that relationship, or do you exit a relationship? Is there a way to fix it? Like, what would you do as a woman who was taking care of a dude that used to be a stand-up dude, but now you fell on hard times and he really showing his weakness?
Well, you know what? Everyone has their weak points in life.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's like, but if you're instead of giving this dude job leads and helping him trying to find a job and he turning them down and going to interviews, or just not really trying to get back.
Lying about applying for a job. Right.
Anyway,
like that.
See, you done made me lose my train of thought. But anyway, if you're doing all that and you're seeing that he's not trying, because they're not going, not even a dude, but just anybody period not going to try, or they're not going to do until they ready to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're seeing that's anybody. So if you're seeing this, although you're trying to motivate him and help him find a job and he just ain't into it, ain't just trying to do nothing, then you need to step back a little bit and start asking yourself a couple questions of your own. Like, okay, what am I doing? Because then that would stress you out. That alone would bring the relationship down, the communication down. I mean, and that would take a toll. That would start taking a toll on you as an individual. And then it's like, okay, so we both can't be down. You know what I'm saying? We both can't be stressed about a situation because then it ain't we both can't be not doing can't be shit. You know. And
that's one way to put it. That's definitely one way to put it. That's
just what it is. So I mean, once you get to that point and you see him, he needs to. I think you kind of got to fall back because a person can only accept will only help them. They can only help themselves, basically, and the only thing you can do is offer to give more help to them. But if they don't want to help themselves out with trying to find another job and trying to get back on their feet, then you need to fall back and let them find their way, and that's just it.
Is it that simple though? I mean, you say just fall back, like it can't really be that simple.
Okay, so it all depends. I think it all depends on how long it's been going on.
Yeah.
And his reaction of you trying to help him out.
Okay.
So I think that plays a role in it. So
I can dig that.
If his reaction is just like brushing you off, this is just the end of the world for him, and you may feel sorry for him, but just because you feel sorry for him doesn't mean that you have to deal with him. No, I'm serious. Now, in a marriage, it's kind of different. But when you're in a relationship, it's not your responsibility. You feel sorry for him.
Yeah, and it's hardcore pimping. This is what this is.
No, it's not hardcore pimping. It's just the reality of it. If you know you've been helping him or trying to help him and he's rejecting you from it and he just don't want to get up and try again, it's time to go. Now, in a marriage, it's a little different, for better or for worse, right? Yeah. So, even in a marriage, and you doing all you can do as a wife, trying to help your husband get back on his feet, trying to motivate him, give him, pep talks or whatever the case may be, and he's still not accepting it. I'm like, well, it's like, let's go to counseling, baby. We need some counseling. You need some counseling. You take steps.
So you need some counseling. You need a job and some counseling.
When it comes to a marriage, whatever. No, not necessarily. Because for better or for worse, it all depends on what the situation is.
Okay.
But in that situation, process. You know what? We need some help because this ain't happening. This ain't working. I have done what I can do to help you, and you still not motivated. So at this point, it's like you got to threaten him. Like, look, God damn it.
Right.
You got to do better than this because I'm tired. You making me tired. You stressing me out. We both can't be stressed out trying to keep up a household. You need to get it together. So in a marriage, that's different. But dating, boyfriend, girlfriend. No, baby. I mean, you can try, but if you say he ain't jumping on the bandwagon like for so long, then you're like, okay, hold on, it's time for me to step.
Right, for sure.
You know?
Well, I guess I can dig that. I mean, now getting back to like the real topic, you know what I'm saying? Just because I strayed away on that aspect, just to see how you would react in the event that it just turned like sour on you. But just to kind of answer the question myself, because I know we've been kind of getting all of your input.
Right.
Don't forget though, if you're on the eblockradio.com right now or on the mobile app, you can hit us up 760-283-4647 and hit that number 1 key. But does it cause a conflict when a man makes less money than his woman? I want to say most definitely, and only because most men, to a certain degree, well, you know what, I'll say probably a lot of black men anyway, who may not have, who actually may have
black men.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm about to say something. Can I say something? I wasn't even done making a statement. Hey, calm down. So I was just going to say that I think a lot of black men have an issue, and this causes a conflict one or two ways, because either they did have a father in the home who, like, generations before us was a little different as far as relationships and marriages go. It's almost like, their whole concept of the family was to make sure that he provided for the family. Like, that was the older generation's theory. So in our heads, that's the thing. Like, that's what you need to do in order to be considered a man in your household. So whether you had that in your household or the absence of that gave you the ambition to be that, then either way, it's still sometimes a hard to reach goal that when you don't reach it sometimes makes you feel less of a person, which is why that causes some conflict. And I just say black men because we deal with, I mean, just quite being honest, we deal with fatherless homes more so on a per family basis than other races. And that's the only reason I use the idea of black men. And plus I'm black, so I have the experience of being black. So, that's the only reason I use it. But I say that to say that I think that at some point is always gonna be some conflict, whether that be between the dude and his woman or the dude and himself. It's always gonna be some conflict for a man. And that's kind of all I was saying. It always reminds me of I know you don't really watch Martin, but this episode of Martin when he found out that Gina was getting a raise and she was making more money than him. Like, he was wilding out. Like, he just started spending money on everything because he felt like people thought he wasn't doing this thing because he was making more money than him. And it was funny because, like, in her salary, definitely she was making more money than him because she had got a raise or whatever. But then the way she helped him though deal with his his male pride, she told him, well, look, you only work at the radio station for 4 hours a day. He's like, so realistically, you make more money than I do. Like, she tried to make him feel better about that, and it ended up actually working. But I mean, I just say all jokes aside, I just say that to say that that's an example that most men, will deal with that. And I know we say it like, no, ain't no thing. She making that bread is all good. Like, in the back of your head, though, it's a conflict. It may not be with her, but it's with yourself at some point. Especially, let me take that back. I think especially if you're not doing nothing, I think maybe. Like, if you're doing your thing is what you love to do and she just happen to make more money, then I think you probably all right with that. Right. Even though you're making the lesser amount, you probably still paying all the bills. Sorry, fellas, I know it sucks. Anyway,
y'all don't enjoy paying all the bills.
If we making a less amount of money, that would suck. Like, if you was making $100,000, I was making $30,000 a year, and I'm still paying all the bills, that would suck. I don't really care how you look at it. That would suck. Like, so you making $120,000, I'm making $35,000, and I'm still paying all the bills. Though it'll suck, but I guess I probably would do it anyway. So anyway, that's all right. What you got to say about that? I know I started off with black men and specifically, but I was just saying from my perspective.
I mean, I agree. I think it's a man's black white. I think whichever race you are, it's an ego thing. You know, it's pride. So it's like, because that's our mind, that's our mindset. Like, you have to be you want to be and have to be the breadwinner. That's you know, you think that is what makes y'all a man.
Right.
By being the breadwinner, making more, and able to provide without, you know, trying to worry about how you're gonna do it next week or next month, how you're gonna come up with whatever needs to be paid. So, I think it's definitely a man thing, because a man always wants to feel wanted in that marriage, in that relationship, and I think that's the number one thing, is how they make it happen, because they're able to provide financially. So they as much as, you know, with the women nowadays, is more, they're more independent. You know, they don't, you know, for most of them say they don't need a man in their life because they got this, they got that. But so, you know, that's a whole different topic. But for me personally, I mean, you can be as independent as hell, but at the same time, your man, I mean, if you got a man, let that man do what he need to do as a man. You know what I'm saying? Because if not,
even if he making $30,000, even
if he making $35,000, let him do what he can do with, you know. And you know what? And my thing of it is too, even if that man, for the women who is making more than their husband or they man, even if it is the case, don't never belittle him, especially if if he's still trying his damnedest to provide for you, as if he's making $100,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? And there's some women out there that will knock a man in a heartbeat because she makes. See, and that's when us women need to humble ourselves a little bit. You bring it down a notch, baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on now, you can't knock a man, especially a man that's trying to do and provide. Like I said, as if he's making $100,000, he's really only making $40,000 a year, but he's still making it happen. Side jobs, hustle on the side, and I'm not talking about drugs, but just another hustle, just another kind of hustle other than selling drugs.
We automatically go to drugs when we say hustle, though.
Yeah, but and that's not what I mean. Just another side hustle, another part-time job, second job, or whatever. Right. So just you can never look down on a man that's trying because he makes less than you. But as long as he's trying. Now, once again, and I'm gonna keep saying this. If you're dating a man, I ain't even calling him a man, I'm gonna call him a boy. If you're dating a boy who just ain't trying to do nothing, sit at home and just play the game, you making a fool out of yourself. The woman is. Now if he lost his job or something like that, you know, while y'all was dating, he lost his job and he's at home tending to the kids. If no kids is involved, tending to the house, cooking dinner, house chores, or whatever. That's fine. He's still contributing, and he's still looking for income. You know, looking for a job. So so never belittle your man when he's trying his damnedest to do what he needs to do.
Yeah, I think that's the bottom line, because most men are having a conflict with themselves at that point anyway. And I say most because it is something that really are, you know, they really are cool with that. And I ain't knocking that, you know, if that's your thing, and if your woman decides to be that woman, then there's to be it. But me myself, it would be lovely if you made more money than me. I'd be excited about it. At some point though, I'll be some stuff I'll probably be pissed like, damn, so I gotta pay for that too. But I would love it though. I would love it though. It'd be cool. There would be some kind of personal conflict just because I mean that's just in a man's nature. There's gonna be some personal conflict within myself, not necessarily with you, unless you just start treating me like a bum or something.
Right, but, even if I do make more than you, I would still expect you.
Yeah, I know.
I would still expect you for to act like you still make more than me if you are working.
Yeah, except I'm gonna slide you a check every now and then. But on that note, though, it's time to slide that check and slide on up out of there, man. But we're gonna go back and forth one last time. So, CoCo J, does it cause a conflict when a man makes less money than you?
It depends on that relationship. I believe if it can cause conflict if you two don't communicate on what's going on with the situation. If you if this man was at once upon a time was making more money than you, and something happened with the job or whatever, and he will feel some type of way. It's obvious that he will, and it's expected. But as long as you two are on the same page and you motivate, you always got to motivate your spouse. Like, baby, it's okay. We got this. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if you're just the type of dude that's just not trying, and this woman is okay with it, it may cause conflict eventually because she probably. Some women are good with it. Yeah. Some women is a boundary. Like, you know what? Okay, we've been doing this for too long. This ain't happening no more. I'm tired of supporting your grown ass, basically. Right. So,
that's usually how it ends up if it goes too long. No, right.
So it all depends. It depends on that situation. But if y'all have to be on the same page. And as you said earlier, as a man, it can cause conflict within himself, period, because he's a man, and this is what he believes a man should be doing, be that provider. But in my head, you can still be that provider if you make less than your woman or your wife. You can still provide. You just won't, you just be making less than your woman, and y'all just have to just come together and make sure it happens. That's all.
Right. For sure.
But yeah, it all depends on the situation and understanding, and definitely the communication.
All right. For sure. Well, I'm just gonna piggyback on that and say, most definitely, I think it's gonna be a conflict, at least with the man himself. Because he gonna feel some kind of way, even if it's working out wonderful between the two. The conflict may not be between him and his woman, but probably more than likely with himself. But on that note, man, lovely conversation, man. Make sure that y'all check us out on the replay this Wednesday at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com. And, of course, you can check the replays out every day of the week on www.eblockradio.com. But, hey, we about to bust up out of here, man. It was lovely representing from the 6 mile to the mile high. Hey, it's your boy, man, the Hood Howard Star Q Lewis, man.
And it's your girl, CoCo J. Have a safe.
I thought you were hung up. I didn't know what happened.
Have a safe and blessed weekend.
For sure, man. Peace out, y'all. Rick James, take us up out of here. Yeah.